This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
On the Tua front, let me explain something to you all out there, and I got into it yesterday on Twitter last night. Look, Tua's issues have been injuries throughout his career. Okay, and personally, I didn't even realize that in the hip injury, he did have a concussion in that one. But I went back to look at it, and when two fat guys that are 300 pounds are falling on you, I can see how you're also getting, besides your hip, you're getting concussed too and all that. But concussions really haven't been an issue for him, okay? But somehow or another, he needs to lighten up and understand that if a fat ass of 300 pounds can catch up to you, you can't move, dude. Find your man in the pocket and get rid of the ball. I don't want you scrambling around. I don't want you holding the ball for 4 or 5 seconds. Tua is his own worst enemy. He has to learn how to take care of his body and the football and the team, and he has to understand what he means to his family, what he means to the team, what it means to the organization, what it means to winning and losing. He's got to take care of himself. But for all of you out there, I know, listen, those of you that didn't think he could play, most of you are on the injury thing now because you're all wrong. So since you're all wrong, now you're going to ride this. And since none of us track whatever the hell you say, we don't know that you were also wrong because you said he couldn't play. But Tua's issues have always been injuries, not concussions. So conveniently, we forget this year that he didn't suffer any physical injuries. It was all head trauma. Okay? And I know he had the one with the hip, but really, head trauma wasn't an issue in his college career. And it wasn't an issue in his first 2 years in the NFL. It was this year. And I've talked about it over and over again on how and why it happens, because he hangs onto the ball 4 to 5 seconds, and you can't do that in the NFL. So just to give you a little, maybe you can calm down a little bit. The young man stayed away from physical injuries this season. No broken bones, no torn ligaments, nothing. Did not happen. All the shit that's happened to him throughout Alabama and the first 2 years in the NFL did not happen this year. This year was about head trauma, and it could be avoided by not hanging on to the football. And so if you really look at it, if he learns how to play a disciplined game from in the pocket, and I wish they would show him a film of Marino. Marino wasn't scrambling around. Marino wasn't holding onto the ball 5 seconds or 4 seconds. Marino made a quick decision and got rid of it. I hope they show him Drew Brees. He wasn't running around. He made a quick decision in the pocket, and it was over. You know, plenty of those quarterbacks have survived in this league when they have the intelligence to be able to read the defense and react quickly. It's a luxury to be able to run around, but it's also a detriment because it also puts you at risk. Because as you watch all these running quarterbacks, they all get injured. Every single one of the running quarterbacks get injured. So as you're talking about Tua, well, remember, running quarterbacks also get injured. Now, if you're as tall as Josh Allen, you'll be able to take some punishment like Cam Newton did for a while. Eventually, that punishment will catch up to you. So for all of you out there talking about injuries and panicking and everything, think about it, okay? It's something that's prevalent in the game, and it happens to all kinds of quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo misses way more games than Tua Tagovailoa every single season, pretty much. Lots of guys miss time. Running quarterbacks, as you've noticed, they all miss time also. I mean, Lamar Jackson's in the middle of missing more games than Tua this year, right? And there's more of that to come. If he doesn't learn how to pass from the pocket and he wants to keep running, well, there'll be more patellas and ACLs and LCLs and MCLs that will be torn apart. Not that I'm wishing on it, but I saw Cam Newton. I've seen Tim Tebow. You watch Justin Fields. You watch Lamar Jackson. It doesn't matter who you are. They're going to break you down. The key is to win from the pocket. It has always been the key to win from the pocket. Tua did a really good job of avoiding physical injuries this year. Unfortunately, he had some head trauma this year. And if you think about it, if he doesn't hold on to the football in the Bengals and in the Green Bay game, we're only talking about Buffalo, and it was never looked at as a concussion. And by the way, he never left that game. He came back in the second half and won that game. So if he hangs on to the ball, he doesn't live to play the next play, the next series, the next game. If he learns how to get rid of the ball, this year he stayed away from physical injuries. He can stay away from head trauma too. But he's got to do what I keep saying. And I hope Mike McDaniel makes a 7,000 clip tape of Dan Marino throwing the ball away and getting rid of the ball quickly. Oh, and also show that Dan Marino was never scrambling around. You might have seen Dan in his really young days when he had the locks coming out and maybe he'd roll out a little bit and throw a ball. Dan really didn't have to live. And it's like what I tell Marcel. You don't have to live from that. You have to live from the pocket. And the reason why Jalen Hurts is excelling, why? He's winning from the pocket. The reason why Lamar Jackson is out and injured is because he can't win from the pocket. The reason why Justin Fields keeps getting injured is because he can't win from the pocket. Tua can win from the pocket. But you got to win from the pocket the right way. And that's his key right there. He learns how to play the game intelligently, protects his body. He will protect his future. He will protect his career. And he will be there for his family and his football team. Oh, and by the way, for you, the fans out there. I get it. We're in panic mode. Everybody's running around. I want Tom Brady. I want this guy. I want that guy. This, that, whatever. And, some of you never believed in Tua anyway. So I get everything that's going on here. But you can waste your time if you want talking about all this stuff. And I want Tom Brady and I want Aaron Rodgers and this and that. None of that's going to happen. They're moving forward with Tua. The plan is Tua. Now what you got to do is build it even better around him. Keep building it better around him like any quarterback. And at the same time, find a better backup plan. And who knows? If Skyler does not perform on Sunday, go find yourself another young quarterback. That might be the thing to do.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.